New York investigators arrested the man they believe is a serial killer responsible for the Gilgo Beach murders that went unsolved for more than a decade. 59-year-old Rex Hooverman, I don't know if I said it right, who cares, pled not guilty to the murders. He's charged with the murders of 3 women, but they suspect 4 or possibly more. Joining me now, National Vice President of the Fraternal Order of Police and Sergeant in the Houston Police Department, Joe Gamaldi. And shortly after the arrest was made earlier this week, and here's how he described the moment he informed the victim's family that the alleged killer had been caught.
What was it like notifying the victims' families?
I met with the victims, actually some of the victims, before I even took office. And, we promised we were going to do whatever we could. And the victims' families were so patient and just, diligent in maintaining the memory of their loved ones, that when we were finally able to tell them that we made progress, it was a very emotional conversation for both sides.
Wow. Now, Joe, he's charged with 3 murders, but he's suspected in 4. There's as many as 10 victims they believe are connected. So, Joe, why isn't he being charged with more?
I think as time goes on, you're going to see many more charges hung on him right now. They're still doing investigative work, and shout out to the Suffolk County Police Department for the exceptional job that they have done. I mean, they have hung with this case for well over a decade. I mean, we have portions of this country that can't hold a job for 10 days. They stayed on this case for over a decade. And, just speaking from a personal note, I'm from Suffolk County, and I tell you, this means such a great deal to the community that they're finally able to bring closure to this. It means a great deal to the victims, families, and their friends to bring just a semblance of closure. But I just want to remind people, this is what law enforcement is all about. We've been treated like crap for the better part of a decade, but they hung in there. They continued to work this case, just like every other brave men and women of law enforcement put that uniform on every single day, even though they're not being supported. And make no mistake, the commitment that was needed was just exceptional. I mean, they caught this monster, and make no mistake, that's what he is. He is subhuman filth, including calling victims' families and taunting them on the phone. They followed through on this case. They were able to get him into custody, and now finally we can bring some closure.
These victims were sex workers. They're human beings, and their lives mattered, and I thank God that hopefully the families will be able to have some sense of closure, although the pain will likely never go away. Thank you so much, Betsy Brantner-Smith and Joe Gamaldi and Bill Spadia. Stay with us. All right, up next, putting an end to human trafficking on social media. One man's dream to stop this. It gets shared right here on Newsmax. Keep it right here. You are watching Sunday Agenda.